I don't give a love to fuck about what them bitches got to say. I'm a woman with a nigga. Tell me I don't give a fuck what them niggas got to say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. Don't care about what they say. Hey. For my I came up with my sisters, then I gotta pull them up. Never gon' miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR. I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm really no man, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she gotta be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Don't use some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some records will never take up as a place. When the law with your ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. The Lord called a nigga out the world, I responded and called back, oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit with them. They keep up with senses, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They lie, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on. On the command and general, yeah, honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. We unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in it with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian, we ain't just talking shit. But we living in it, we be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun with the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet about me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, yeah, honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why such and such? Why y'all won't come together for such and such? They be like, on some weirdos. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them.
for extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures from the on them fences. Run out because they found the dugout. Ryan rappers, my hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof press with a couple ride. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home and change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only want to fuck her. They just want to touch her. They don't want to cuff her. They just want to come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fancy on the face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s, we see in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time. I'm slow. It's that guy flow. It's that shit that rap stop flow. It's that flow. All like Moscato. It's effort. That block work make the counter. I just hope this shit go right. Living, I got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this world my whole life. My whole life. Okay.
Generic Viagra, and I am exhausted in the best way possible. I thought he was crazy when he told me the price. All my friends to have their husbands try it. Here's what happened. He got 9 tablets of 100 milligram generic Viagra for only $7. The whole thing took him 2 minutes on his
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bought it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. Shaw on shit, I'm about it. UPK, too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a whole study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a priest hold. You a dirt ass, rust that neck, bitch, with a fake ass jewelry. Tennessee tourist. It's a that's what she luring. Suck a duck, bitch ass, fuck nigga over ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think, I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat clip, put on sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Bass up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR 2-3. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. You scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your asshole fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Command to get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think, I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles stand in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me, and let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets a sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found. The time for your judgment is now.
Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my words. Watch his body turn to flash. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back on me jab, I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a curse. His body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choker, plot pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress. She a bombshell. Revenge is served cold. just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of bellows. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
All right, this is Rudy's speech, man. We got let me know when I'm on. All right, clap it up. Shalom Israel. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos de 1 Oeste, calle 125, en Harlem, Nueva York, abajo del Comandante General Yahana. Shalom Israel, where the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahana. And since 1969, we've been waking up our people to the truth of the Bible that you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, are the true Israelites of the Bible. And the Bible is your book, your history. So stop letting the white man, the devil, tell you about the Bible, tell you about Christ, tell you about the salvation of the earth. Stop letting the white man lie to your face. It's time to wake up and realize what time we're in and realize the truth that's around you. So like you, go ahead and come out over here, Padilla. See, whenever we think about serving Christ, serving the Lord, worshiping God, we think about, filling the pews in the Christian church. We think about, going into that Catholic cathedral and bowing down to the statue of Christ and doing the sign of the cross and putting that holy water on anointing yourself with that holy water. We think that is serving God, right? We think filling the churches on Easter. We think of getting baptized in the Catholic Church, the Christian church, letting that child abuser grab your child and dunk them in water. We think that's the best way for us to serve the Most High God, to serve the Creator of the universe. We think that's the best way for our family to be Christians, right? When that is totally false. That is totally false, because what the Catholic and the Christian church teaches us, it teaches idolatry. That's what it teaches. First thing when you walk into the Catholic church, right? What do you see? You see who they say is Christ, right? You see a big statue of a white man on that cross, right? And they say that's Christ. They say that's Jesus Christ throughout the whole God's green earth. They perpetrate that image as Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior, right? So that's the first thing you see when you get into the Catholic Church. Even the Christian church, they got a picture of that image somewhere. They got it hanging up somewhere, right? Catholic Church, they have it right when you walk in. Right when you walk in, you see a big old statue right there behind the altar. Big old statue. And sometimes it has the him piercing the side with the blood coming out, right? It has that. It's kind of gruesome for a little child to see that. A little child to walk in like, whoa, what is that? Why is that man hanging on that on there with blood coming out of him? I know when I first walked into a Catholic church when I was, a child, I saw that and I was like, whoa, Why do they have a dead man? Because obviously he's dead. He's leaning with his eyes closed. You know what I mean? And who is that white man? Who is that white man? Dead white man hanging up on the wall with blood coming out of the side. And right there, and I just like looked around and wondered why everybody was bowing down to that idol. That's what it is. It's an idol. That statue. You know, like everybody bowing down to that statue and doing the sign of the cross. And I seen, you know, the older ladies, with their hair, their hair covered with the the head covering. And they were bowing down to the sign of the cross, and they're gripping their rosary, gripping it. And it seemed to me like they were counting the beads, but they were they were doing some type of a chant that I didn't, what I mean? At that time, I didn't understand, what was really going on. But in truth, we thought we thought that we were in there worshiping God, bowing down to God, bowing down to the Savior of our people. We thought that's how we go in and we worship God. We serve God by going to that church every Sunday, bowing down, saying the prayers that they were leading us to say, doing those calisthenics, getting up, getting down. Whenever the father would tell you to get up and get down, get up and get down. To me, it was like almost a game, right? Because I was young, I didn't know what was really going on. It was a game to me. It was almost comical to me, because I've seen, like, he would tell. It was almost like Simon Says, right? Because he would tell people to get up, and then they say a saying, right? They say, I don't know what they say anymore. They say a saying. They get down on their knees. They say a prayer. Then they get up again, and then they turn around to the person sitting next to them and shake their hand and hug them, and then they get down again on their knees. To me, it was like Simon Says. I thought it was like a game that they were playing. Like, why are we playing a game? I thought we were here to hear about God. And we think that whole fiasco is to serve God, right? But that's not the way to serve God. That's the way to serve that idol that they're hanging up there, which is really Sergio Borgia. It's not even Christ. That's a false image of Christ. We're worshiping a false image. We are worshiping an idol when we go into those Catholic churches, those Christian churches, sitting down in the pews and oogling that statue, oogling those pictures that are around the church, are stained in the glass of the Catholic cathedral. Man, they make it look so magnificent in there with the stained glass, and they got the sunlight coming through the stained glass, and it's shining perfectly down onto the altar. You know what I mean? That's on purpose. They play that organ. They get you entranced and enticed with all the music they're playing. The worship music, right? They call it worship music. Then they have a choir there. They sound pretty good. They got, even some Christian churches, they got a band. The band sometimes can get down, right? The drummer on that band, he's pretty good. He can get down. You know what I mean? That's all to entice you, to wrap you up in the idolatrous spirit that's in those churches. Because that's what it is. It's an idolatrous spirit. It's idolatry. Because, here in the ISUPK, we teach the truth of the Bible. And the truth is, everything that the Catholic Church, the Christian Church teaches you is false. It's idolatry. You're going in there and you're thinking you're worshiping God, but you're actually committing sin against your God, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. And this is to our detriment, because the Lord said that this will happen to us. And we wonder why, all this is happening to our people, why our sons are being hunted down in the streets, being knelt on until they are dead, hunted down like dogs, being, their necks being knelt on by our oppressors, by the devil, until they are dead, until they are unalived. We're wondering why they're hunting down, you know, Latinos and Hispanics in the streets like they're game, like if they're deer, like if they're some type of animal, right? We wonder why this is happening to us. This is happening to us because we are serving idols. It's time for us to actually come back to the Most High God. And by serving idols is not the way. We're here to teach you the truth of what's really going on. We're going to teach you, today's class is called, the history of Salakia, history of idolatry in Israel. And when I say Israel, I'm talking to you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, because this is not the beginning of our idolatrous ways, right? Of us going into so-called holy places and worshiping idols. This is not the first. This is not the first time we did it as a people. This is not. Sure, in 1492, Christopher Columbus came over here and he pushed that image on us, that image of false Christ, right? Which is an idol. But that's not the first idol that we served. We're going to get into the history of when we as a people, we as a nation sinned against our God by worshiping idols, right? We have to learn history. History is real important to us because we have to learn where we come from in order to know where we're going and what paths and routes to take and what to correct, right? We as a people have been going down the wrong path for centuries. Well, now it's time to learn the right path, the true path. So let's get into the scriptures real quick. Before I get into any further, let's go into Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Do you need a sword?
No, I have ads on my phone. There's my
Oh, okay, no sweat. Yeah, just go into it with the Bible. It's like, yeah, I don't have any in the apocrypha. Go ahead. So Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Before you get that, I'm going to say this. You see, we as a people have to wake up what's going on around us, because now is the time that we have to seek the Lord. We can't seek salvation in America, because America is going down the drain. America, which is Babylon, right? In the scriptures, America is Babylon. America is circling down the drain, circling. When you pull the plug out of the bathtub and the water starts to drain and you see that whirlwind, whirlwind is significant into chaos, right? Where everything's just crazy around you. Well, that's the point where we're at, where it's mostly drained, but that whirlwind is still there, still lingering above the drain, right? It's still lingering, but it's about to go down.
Like you said, chapter 4, verse what?
6. It's about to go down. So you still trusting into this wicked system, right? You're like, oh well, we'll just vote for Trump because Trump is going to make America great again. You're still trusting in these politicians, still trusting in this government system. Well, this government system is failing. It's going down the drain. The truth about these politicians is going down. Like you hear about, Trump in the Epstein files, right? But you're still trusting in the system. Real deep down in you, that this system is wicked. You've known this system is wicked, but you're still trying to trust in it because you want a piece of the American pie. You're trying to live comfortable in America. It's like if I just work these extra hours, and if Trump, you know, stops the taxation of the overtime in America, I'll have enough to buy this house. I'll have enough to get out of the red. When America is going to go up in flames, it's circling the drain. Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
My people, no, everybody.
My people are
Right, my
destroyed.
people. That's you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. You're the Lord's people. Go ahead.
For lack of knowledge, because thou
My people are what?
destroyed.
My people are destroyed. When you're going out, you know, trying to go out to your kids' graduation, and ICE breaks down the doors to the gymnasium. Go ahead.
For the lack of knowledge.
My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. When you're going out and you're trying to buy a bag of Skittles, right? Go ahead.
Because they
No. Are the what? My people are what?
destroyed.
Are destroyed. My people are destroyed. We're trying to go out in a bag of Skittles just wearing just a hoodie. My people are destroyed. Go ahead.
For the lack of knowledge.
For a lack of knowledge. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Go ahead.
Keep reading on.
Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected the knowledge.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge. You know, you go into these churches and you're not learning anything. You're not learning it. They're not teaching you the truth of the Bible. And when you come home and somebody asks you, well, what'd you learn in church today? Who remembers what they were saying? Oh no, they were teaching a deep lesson. Yeah, pastor was saying, if you sow a seed, you'll get it back tenfold. What does that even mean? Start from the top. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed.
My people are destroyed. We're destroyed because we go into these churches and we think we're you know, worshiping God, serving God by bowing down to these images. Go ahead.
For lack of knowledge.
For a lack of knowledge. But little do you know, you're worshiping an idol. You're worshiping now. You're worshiping a false image of Christ. You're bowing down to you know, supposedly be the mother of God, right? You're saying that rosary to the mother of God. When did Christ ever tell you to pray to his mother? Show me that in the Bible. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Go ahead.
I will also reject thee.
That I will also reject thee. I would also reject thee. We wonder why, you know, we pray the rosary and we light candles for our grandma that's sick in the hospital, but she doesn't get better. We light candles for our family that, you know, our diets are real poor, right? And we suffer from cancer at an alarming rate. So a lot of us are sick, right? Sick in the hospital with different ailments. And we light candles and we pray for them. And we wonder why our people are still suffering these ailments. Go ahead. Slaki, I'm going to need you to sit up here. Oh, it's dying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For thou shalt reject. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
Right. Thou shalt not be no priest to me. Your priest in those Catholic churches, in those Christian churches, they're not teaching you that Christ is actually a black man, that the image that was spread throughout the whole world is a false image. They're not teaching you that. They're not priests. They don't teach the truth. They just teach a prosperity doctrine just to line their pockets. What your Catholic priest, your Catholic priest, your Christian priest, what they actually are, they're pimps and swindlers. That's what they are. They're not a priest. They're not teaching the truth of the word of God. No. What they're doing, they're teaching you how to further transgress against your Father, against the Most High God. Go ahead.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the God of thy God.
Right. Since we forgot the law of thy God, of our God, we forgot the law of our God. We go into this church, these churches, and they say the law is done away with. So we just forget about it. We're like, oh, the main thing about us, so-called Hispanics, is carnitas and pork, right? We think that it's no longer a sin. Like, oh, that's for the old time. That has passed away. We're ignorant to the fact that we're sinning in the eyes of God. We're ignorant to the fact that every time we think of the Most High God, we think of the devil. We're ignorant to that fact. Go ahead.
I also forget thy children.
And that's why our children are still dying in the streets. That's why our children are still being hunted like dogs. That's why our children are in these dog cages. Because we have sinned against the Most High God. And it's time for us to wake up and come back to the Most High God so he can protect us against the wiles of the devil. Protect us against ICE. Protect us against, the police department that are hunting down our brothers in the street. They're hunting down our children in the street just for trying to get Skittles, right? Just for wearing a hoodie. It's popular among our youth right now to wear hoodies. Man, they wear hoodies when it's 105 degrees outside. You know what I mean? That's just what they wear. That's just what young kids wear now. But they're being profiled for this, right? Just because they wear a hoodie doesn't mean that they're a thug, but they're being profiled as one. They're being profiled as a criminal just for stepping out of the house. But for us to have protection against that, we have to come back to the laws of God. Come back to our culture, our true culture, which is the laws of God, which are the law, statutes, commandments of God. And one of the main commandments that we're breaking when we step into these churches, we're going to get into it. One of these main commandments that we're breaking, we're going to get into it. Exodus chapter 20, verse 4. What is idolatry? What is idolatry? Do they teach you idolatry in these Christian churches, the Catholic churches? Do they teach you what it is? No. Well, you're going to learn tonight what idolatry is. And idolatry is one of the main problems we have against our God as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Because we think by serving these idols, we're serving the Most High God. So we're going to find out what exactly is idolatry according to our God. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 4. Thou shalt make unto thee.
Salakia. Read that from the top again.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Right. Thou shalt not. No, it says we should make a graven image.
Thou shalt not.
Thou shalt not. No, it says that we shall make a necklace and hang it around our neck.
Thou shalt not.
Thou shalt not. Thou shalt not make any graven image. that cross that you wear around your neck, that is a graven image. That rock that they follow 7 times around in Mecca, right? That is a graven image. That statue that you lay flowers in front and you light candles around. That statue that they say is the mother Mary, the mother of God. That is a graven image, right? And actually, you're actually worshiping Semiramis. You're actually worshiping Ishtar. You're actually worshiping, a false image that they say is the queen of heaven. That's who you're worshiping, Hispanic man. When you go into these Catholic churches, and Hispanic woman, when you go into these Catholic churches and you think that you're praying to Mother Mary, you're actually praying into an ancient deity that is a false deity. So it's an idol. It's a false god. That's who you're praying to. Go ahead.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above.
Right,
Or-
right. You go into these Catholic churches. You go into these Catholic churches and you see what? Angels, little baby angels everywhere. Right? Or aren't angels in heaven? But those images are around here, right? And you go into the church to worship God. Go ahead.
Or that is in the earth beneath.
Right, that is in the earth beneath. Now, like that's that famous little fish, isn't that in the waters, right? The famous little fish that everybody puts on their car to make it look like, oh, I'm a Christian. It's an idol. Go ahead.
Or that is in the water underneath the earth.
Right, that fish. Go ahead.
Want me to read on, sir?
Yeah, verse 5.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
No, we should bow down and pray the rosary.
Thou shalt not.
Thou shalt not bow down to them. You go into these churches, right? These Catholic churches, what are the first thing you do? First thing they do is they do a little like a curtsy type bow, right? And they dip their finger in that holy water. They're doing it right in front of that statue, right in front of that idol. Go ahead.
Nor serve them.
Nor serve them. That's what you're doing. You're serving them. I'm speaking on the so-called Hispanic tribes right now, right? The quinceañeras. What is a famous custom for a quinceañera? For the girl that's having the quinceañera, right? They give her a bouquet of roses, and she places them right underneath the Virgen of Guadalupe. Why are you giving a statue roses? That statue can't get up and smell them roses. That statue can't get up and put them roses in a vase. That statue can't get up and plant the roses. Why are you serving an idol? Go ahead.
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the
Yeah, the Lord is jealous. You're giving his worship, his honor unto something that's nothing. What? It's made out of dirt and mortar. It's made out of wood, made out of stone, something that is not alive, something that he created. You're serving that instead of the creator of everything. Read that again.
From the top, sir.
From I am the Lord thy God, and my jealous God.
For I am the Lord thy God, I'm a jealous God.
Go ahead.
visiting the equality of the fathers upon the children,
visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children. Go ahead.
unto the third and the fourth generation of them that hate me.
Right. That what?
That hate me.
Right. We think we're actually loving the Most High God when we go into these churches that are causing you to serve an idol. We're thinking we're loving God when we do this. But what is this actually doing? Showing the Lord? What is this actually doing? Read that again.
That hate me.
That hate me. It's showing the Lord that we hate him. That's what it's doing. By serving idols and sinning and, creating iniquity between us and the Most High God, we're showing the Lord that we hate him. That's what we're doing. And we wonder why we are suffering through these generational curses. Because the Lord said, "For I am the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation." See, that's why us blacks and Hispanics suffer these generational curses. It's because of lack of knowledge. We're not taught that these are idols. We're not taught the true way to actually serve and worship God. We're not taught that in the Christian church, because the Christian church is the house of lies. The Christian church is the house of sin. It's the place where iniquity dwells. How can you learn the truth in the place where iniquity dwells? They're lying to you about who Christ is. First off, they say Christ and God are the same person. There's a triune God. When, like, just like on my shirt right here, it says Shema Yahweh Yahweh Allah Allahayanawa Yahweh Echad, which means, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one." Is one. It's not 3 in 1. It's one. There is no such thing as a triune God. That's not in the scriptures. So when they say Jesus is God, they're lying to you. Then they have you worshiping a false image of Christ, right? As if it was God. They're teaching you lies. They're teaching you sin. And they're creating you to commit iniquity between you and the Most High God. They're teaching us as a people how to create iniquity between our Father. Our Father. Because we are the children of Israel. You black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, you are the true Israelites from the Bible. And the Christian church is teaching you how to be separate from your Father. That's what it's teaching you. And it's furthering us to commit iniquity, and we have to suffer these how can I say, Salakia? We have to suffer these generational curses. When Christ came here and he showed us how to break these curses, he showed us simply by listening and following the law, coming back to the laws of God. But we're stuck in idolatry. We as a people, as blacks and Hispanics, are stuck in idolatry. And it's time to wake up to what idolatry truly is and how we're committing idolatry. We've done it for centuries. It's time for us to stop. It's time for us to come into the truth. Let's go into Deuteronomy chapter 28 and start at verse 1. We're suffering these generational curses, as we like to say, right? We like to say that, our family is suffering these curses from generations to generations. We've all heard that. Like we've heard of sons having the same traits and same demises as their father, right? Daughters having the same outcome, when they're 14. Same type of outcome. Oh, my mom got pregnant with me at a young age, and now we see their daughters, getting pregnant at a young age. That's definitely a curse, definitely. And we it's all too familiar in the Black and Hispanic community. You know, our fathers end up going to prison, then his sons end up going to prison. That's all too familiar in our families. His father was an alcoholic, and now he's an alcoholic. That's talked too much about in our families. It's time for us to break these curses. We're going to figure out why we're suffering these curses. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall count, Salakia, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto of the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right. If we shall hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, our God, right? If we should hearken means listen. Diligently means like through thick and thin, through whatever, right? Through whatever weather, through whatever circumstance we're going through. If we shall listen, hold it down, 10 toes down, hold of the voice, hold on to the voice of the Lord our God. Go ahead.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee, this day that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right. That the Lord our God will set us above everyone if we listen diligently. Right. That's what he said. If we listen diligent, but if we didn't, skip down to verse 15. If we didn't obey the commandments of the Lord our God, what was going to happen to us?
Want me to read that verse?
Yeah,
now,
verse
sir?
15.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If we would not hearken, means if we wouldn't listen, if we didn't obey. Go ahead.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. Curses. That all these curses shall come upon us and overtake us. And that's what happened to us. Because we didn't hearken, we didn't observe the commandments of our God, the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why we have these generational curses. It's not some type of hoodoo voodoo that somebody put on us. No, it's simply because we're stuck in these traditions that have been taught to us by our oppressors on how to follow our God, the God of the Bible. When the Bible is not their book, they shouldn't be teaching you anything out of that book, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. The only people that are authorized to teach you out of that Bible are in the ISUPK, because everyone else is going to lie to you and twist up the words of God. They don't know the true meaning behind the words. They don't know how the true breakdowns of the Bible. let's get into Salakia. Let's go into Exodus 32:1. See, back when we leaving Egypt, right? Moses was you know appointed by the Most High to save us and lead us out of Egypt, right? This is when we started, you know, falling short and creating iniquity between us and the Father. This is the first account when we as a people, as a nation, you know, started committing idolatry. This is the history of when we started doing it. It goes way back into then, and we're still doing it now. And there's a reason why we're still doing it now. Let's get into it.
Executive 32:1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down of the mountain, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron.
Right. The people, which is Israel, Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. They saw that Moses delayed to come down from the mountain. He went up to Mount Sinai, right? And he was talking with the Lord. He was taking a while. He was taking a hot minute, right? He was taking a hot minute to come down from that mountain. And we got, that's the thing about us, man. We don't have no patience. We don't have no patience. Be still and know that I am, the scriptures say, be still and know that I am the Lord. We don't have patience. That's why the Lord told us to be still. The Lord told us to have patience. Well, we didn't have patience. Let's read on and see what happened.
It's like it. And said up unto them, up, make us gods which
Make us gods. Right? We told Aaron to make us gods simply because we're impatient. Simply because we're impatient. Go ahead.
which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we would not want it is become of him.
Right. They didn't know what happened to Moses because he was up there so long, right? They're like, we don't even know if he's still alive, man. Like he brought us out of Egypt just to abandon us. Like he's still up there, man. We don't. He may be dead, right? So they're like, they told his brother Aaron to make them gods. Make them gods. How do you make a god? Like, I thought you were made by God. How do you make a god? Anyway, go ahead.
Verse 2. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives and your sons and of your daughters, and bring them unto me.
Right. Break off it's common for blacks and Hispanics to have earrings in their children, right? It's common for that. So they're like, go ahead and take all them earrings on your babies, all them gold earrings, go ahead and bring them to me. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And all the people break off their golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron.
Right. See, they want to say the blacks and Hispanics were real flashy. Well, that's in our spirit. We've been like that. Even from the time of coming out of Egypt, we wore gold in our ears and our chains. You know what I mean? That's just the spirit of Israel. We just fly like that. Go ahead.
4. And he received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graving tool.
With a graving tool, right? He fashioned it. Like he got all the gold, he melted it down and he fashioned it with a chisel or something. right? Go ahead.
After he made it a molten calf,
A molten calf, like he melted it down and carved a you know a calf out of it, which is like a bull, a cow, or something. You know what I mean? Like he carved that, and that was their god. Go ahead.
and that he said, "This by thy God,
By
O
the
Israel,
by the what?
by thy God, O
Right, by the
Israel."
gods. By the gods. Right. So they wanted to worship multiple gods like they did in Egypt. Ross, all the Egyptian gods. They wanted to fashion themselves after heathens. This has been our downfall. We want to fashion ourselves after a people that are not a people. We're trying to just follow the crowd, right? This has been our downfall. Go ahead.
By thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
So, whoa, wait a minute, right? I thought the Most High God split the Red Sea when we went out of Egypt. I thought the Most High God, created all the plagues in Egypt and unalived the firstborn in Egypt, and he caused that spirit to pass over us, right? When we slaughtered the lamb and put the lamb's blood on our doorstep. I thought the Most High God did this, but now we're saying these by thy gods, saying gods did this. See how blasphemous this is? Remember, the Most High God is a jealous God. He don't want his glory, all his how can I say all his reputation to go to somewhere else, all his credit to be given to something else that's false. Go ahead.
Slag you, sir.
Verse 5.
Verse 5. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it.
Right. He
And
built
Aaron,
an altar before it. What's an altar for?
for that calf god,
Yeah, but what do you use an altar for?
to worship.
Right. They're worshiping these false gods. A calf. They're worshiping a calf. Go ahead.
And Aaron made proclamation
Proclamation. Yeah.
and said, "Tomorrow is a feast to the Lord."
Right. Man, that's crazy. They made a feast day, a holiday to this idol. That sounds real familiar to me. That sounds really familiar to me. What do you do during the time that it's cold outside and you know, to get in the festive mood, you go out with a graving tool, right? This is a tradition that we do today. We go out to a graving tool with a carving tool, an axe, and we cut down something, right? And we basically make an altar right underneath it. It sounds real familiar. That's the same tradition as the Christmas tree, right? You go out and you cut down the tree, you decorate it all up, like basically you're carving something out of it, right? And you create an altar underneath it with them presents, because don't you bow down to pick up those presents and hand them to your children? It's the same thing. This is the same thing. Go ahead. Verse 6.
And they rose up early on the morrow and offered a offering and brought peace offering. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and to rise up to play.
Rise up to play. Right? It's really, how could I say, equivalent to what was going on to is going on today. Don't we flock into these Christian churches, these Catholic churches, and they they create that altar to that idol, and they play all that music. That's going on today. It's the same thing. Our people have been doing the same thing ever since we came out of the land of Egypt. Our people have been doing the same thing. Oh, go ahead.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go get thee down for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt. He corporate themselves.
Have corrupted themselves. This is how we corrupt ourselves according to the Most High God. We corrupt ourselves by worshiping idols. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of being corrupted. I'm tired of living a lie. I'm tired of it. It's time to actually worship in truth and in spirit. That's the only way we're going to get out of this hellhole that we're in. Out of all this oppression that us blacks and Hispanics suffer underneath the devil, underneath the white man, our oppressor. That's the only way we're going to get out of it, is we come back to the truth, come back to actually following God the right way, and that's following his law, statutes, commandments. Go to verse 8.
Verse 8. And they have turned aside quickly of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it and have sacrificed
Unto
thereunto and said, These by the gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
verse 9.
Verse 9. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
Right. That's why we keep doing it today. Because we're stiff-necked. We just want to follow our ways. We're too restless and stubborn. We're too restless and stubborn. We want things handed down to us. We don't want to do things the right way. God is taking too long for us. That's what we think. But what did the Lord say? The Lord said to be still, have patience. That's what the Lord said. Be still and know that I am God. That's what the Lord said. It's time for us to be. It's time for us to stop being stiff-necked, and it's time for us to be obedient. To actually follow what our Father says, instead of just trying to find a way around it, trying to find a loophole. Stop trying to be selfish. Stop trying to have it, the fast way, like a hot and ready meal, like a microwave salvation. Stop that. There's no way to the Most High God but through following what Christ said. And that's what did he say? Go forth and sin no more. It's time for us to stop sinning. Stop creating iniquity between us and the Most High God. That's what time it is. Let's go into 1 Kings 11 and start at verse 1. See, Moses. Hold on, I'm gonna get into it here in a minute. See, Moses smashed that idol, right? And he was intercepted before us and the Most High God, and he caused God to repent of what he was going to like. He was going to destroy us all, right? If we go further down into the scriptures, but for this time's sake, I'm just gonna speak about it briefly. And he caused the Most High God to repent of the punishment that he's going to show us, right? So he showed us mercy. Most High God showed us mercy, and then we came into the land, right? And we were worshiping the Most High God in truth for a while, but then we stopped. And we're going to read into an account of when we stopped and how it was the demise of us as a people. It broke us as a people. Let's get into it. There's a 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1.
First Kings chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women together with the daughters of Pharaoh, woman of the
Moabites,
Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites.
Right? These are all, the Lord told us that we are not supposed to make any covenant with strange nations. Well, Solomon, which is King David's son, which took the throne after King David, he did exactly that. He made covenants with these heathen nations by marrying these strange women. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come into you. For certainly they will turn away your heart after their gods.
Right. So no, they might turn your heart away.
For surely they will turn your heart.
But surely they will turn away your heart. Right? The Lord didn't want us to make covenants with these nations because we were going to stop following the Lord and start following them. Right? We are the Lord's sheep. The Lord calls us sheep for a reason. We're easily influenced. That's why they put so much debauchery out in the airways. Everybody's influenced by TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and all these social media. And what do you see in there? You see nothing but filthiness and sin. And that's what influences our youth today. That's what influences everything today, really. Everything. Even commerce is ran by TikTok and Instagram and all that, right? People build up whole business models after it on their success on social media. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. But that's what you see out there. We're easily influenced. But that's why the Lord told us not to make covenants with them, not to be influenced by them. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And he had 700 wives.
Like Salakia, you didn't finish reading that. It says, for surely the Lord.
Oh.
No, it says Solomon clave unto.
Salakia, sir. I know where I'm at now.
Yeah, go ahead.
For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love.
Right. Solomon loved these women. He fell in love with these strange nations, these heathen women. He fell in love with them. So he's following them. Go ahead.
And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300
Concubines.
concubines.
Right. Concubines are like like you go to war with somebody, you beat them, and then all their women that lost in that war. Like let's say the tribe of Issachar will go to war with the tribe of Zebulon, right? And they killed majority in that village, majority of the men and women in that village, and they would take on they would take their wives, and they would take their wives are now widows. They would take their wives, they would take their daughters to be their wives now. That's a concubine. Go ahead.
And his wives turned away his heart.
Right. His wives turned away his heart because those strange women, they worship strange gods, which was no God, which is an idol. That's what an idol is. It's you worshiping a false god, worshiping an image, worshiping a statue, or something that is not living. You're worshiping that instead of actually observing the laws, statutes, commandments of the God that freed your people out of captivity. You're worshiping something that is not real, something that doesn't have a heartbeat, something that can't create anything. It's just there. That's an idol. Well, that's what the strange nations worship. They worship the stars. They worship inanimate objects. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And for it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wife turned away his heart after God's, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God.
Go ahead. As was the heart.
As was the heart of David his father.
Right. David was so close to the Lord called him his friend. Right. King David, yeah, he slipped and fell and he sinned against the Most High God, but he repented of that. He repented of that, and he came back and he followed the Lord. Well, King Solomon followed other gods. He was influenced to follow other gods by women, by strange women. That's why it's so detrimental, you black man, Hispanic man, to stray away from these dogs, these white women, these cat eating Chinese women, because they'll have you worshiping white Jesus. They'll have you worshiping a cat, a golden cat that when the its arm moves when you walk up to it. They have you worshiping that. They'll have you worshiping Buddha. They'll have you worshiping Krishna when you try to follow these East Indian women. Stop trying to follow these other nations. Stop trying to make covenants with these other nations. Go ahead.
Verse 5. For Solomon went after Ashtaroth,
Ashtoreth,
the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Melacham, the
abomination
of the Amites,
the Ammonites.
Ammonites.
Right? We're going to get into what these other gods are and how we're still following them to this day. We're still following Ashtoreth. We're still following Ashtoreth. Right? And Milcom. We're still following these gods today. You wonder where the mother of God comes from, right? When God has no mother. God has no mother. Jesus, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, is not God. He's the Son of God. God, the Father, has no mother. When you worship Mary as the mother of God, this is who you're worshiping. Ashtoreth, right? This is who you're worshiping. We're going to get in. We're going to have to make a part 2 to actually understand the history of these idols. But right now, we're going into the history of idolatry in Israel. Go ahead. Go ahead. Where you left off of? It's verse 6. No, it was verse 7, Salakia.
No, it wasn't. It was verse 8.
Okay. No, no, it was Kamash. Place for Kamash. You didn't read that. Verse 7.
Verse 7. Salakia. Verse 7. Did Solomon build an high place for Kamash?
Right.
That
A high place for he built a temple. He built a temple for Kamash. When you walk into these churches, right? People think that they're the how can I say epitome of places for worship for God. They're held on high. They're respected. It's a high place. But that's what you're walking into. You're walking into a high place for Kamash. You're walking to a high place for Ashtoreth. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Go ahead.
the abomination of Moab and the hill.
Yeah, the abomination of Moab.
And in the hill of that before Jerusalem. And for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon.
Right. The Molech was the abomination of the children of Ammon, which are your Japanese today. Right. Like they got a whole statue of Molech in the redwood forest of Northern California that your so-called respected leaders of the world, really, right, go and worship. This is still done today. These idol worship is all around us. But you think that it's the way to follow the Most High God. It's time to learn the truth. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burnt incense and sacrificed unto their gods.
Right. They sacrificed unto their gods. And you know, he was influenced by his wives. He loved these women, right? He was influenced to follow after them. Right. And it caused the Most High God to be angry with him, to be angry with King Solomon. And let's see what happened. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And the Lord was angry with Solomon because his heart was turned from the Lord God of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice.
Right. He saw the Lord. The Lord appeared unto him twice, and he still, started worshiping false gods. This is when it says that we are stiff-necked. This is what stiff-necked means. He saw him twice, and he still decided to sin. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And he commanded him concerning this thing that he should not go after another gods, but he kept not that which the Lord commanded.
All right, he still committed iniquity. Go ahead.
Verse 11. For the Lord said unto Solomon, For so much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes which I have commanded thee, I will sincerely renew the kingdom from thee.
Yeah, I would surely rend the kingdom from thee. Go ahead.
And I will give it to thy servant.
Right. He will give it to thy servant. And he had a Ephraimite as his servant. Right. This is why us, blacks and Hispanics, are no longer together. It's because idolatry. Idolatry ripped us apart. This is why this is why the kingdom, ultimately, this is why the kingdom split, right? All the 12 tribes are not together anymore, which are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're not together anymore because of this right here, because of idolatry. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do for it for David, thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son.
Right. David was he was a mighty man. King David was a mighty man. And the Most High respected that relationship that he had with King David. He said, for your father's sake, I'm not going to take it out of your hand, but I'm going to take it out of your son's hand for what you done. That's what he told King Solomon. For worshiping idols, he rend the kingdom out of King Solomon's son's hand. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Howbeit I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe thy son for it, David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen.
Right. And that's the tribe of Benjamin. Right. King David and King so I think his son's name Rehoboam or Rehoboam. I get them two mixed up. So but he left they're the tribe of Judah, so he left the tribe of Benjamin for them. They're going to be king over the tribe of Benjamin, and that's the kingdom of Israel, kingdom of Judah. Kingdom of Israel, kingdom of Judah was Judah, Benjamin, and then of course Levi stayed with every tribe. That's when that happened. That's when that happened. Go ahead.
Verse 14.
Now, Salakia, go ahead and drop that. Let's go into Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. And that's when we started to be split, right? We started to be split, and we started seeing each other differently. Not as we felt a certain way towards each other. And ultimately, that was our demise. That's why blacks and Hispanics still see each other as different today. You know what I mean? That's why when you think of a Native American, you don't think of Native American as being the same brother as a black man. You don't think a Mexican being the same as a Jamaican man. When we're the same exact people. We suffer the same atrocities. We grew up in the same hoods, right? We're the same people. We suffer the same curses because we are the same people. Go ahead to Deuteronomy 28, verse 64.
Khan. Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the end of the earth, even unto the other.
Right. The Lord scattered us. Right. We broke apart. We are no longer a whole nation. We are two nations, right? And then even further after that, we were scattered. And we're from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. We're scattered. Go ahead.
And thee thou shalt serve other gods.
Right. Now we serve other God. We don't really think of ourselves as being the children of Israel. No, we think ourselves as being the Gentile, right? Which is when you actually read the scriptures, the Gentiles are Israelites. Whenever you think of a Gentile being grafted back into the fold, that was an Israelite living as uh a Syrian, an Israelite living as a Roman, an Israelite living as a Mexican instead of an Iscarite. That's who we think we are today. Is we don't think that we're of the fold. Go ahead. And
in which
we serve other gods. We serve white Jesus. We serve, Santa Muerte. We serve other gods. Go ahead.
which neither thou nor they fathers have known, even wooden and stone.
Right, wood and stone. You go, you talk to any um so-called God-fearing Latino, God-fearing Hispanic. What do they have around their neck? They got that sign of the cross. Usually it's in gold, right? Usually it's gold, which is a precious metal, right? They usually have it around, hanging around their neck, or some beads or something, a rosary, right? What is a cross made out of? Wood. Most of our black brothers that go into prison, they come out Muslim, right? But what do they what do they worship? The Muslims, what do they worship? A rock in Mecca, which is stone. Since we strayed away from the law, statutes, commandments, this has happened to us. Since we worship these idols, we keep further worshiping these idols. These curses still follow our people to this day. It's time to turn away from these idols. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Turn away from idol worship. Turn away from the Christian church. We need to leave the Christian church. We need to leave the Catholic church because it teaches nothing but idolatry. Go ahead. Salakia. Let's get into. I want to go into the First Kings. Salakia. I had it written down somewhere right here. Hold on. I'm going through my notes real quick. Bear with me. Okay. I want to go further into the split. Let's go into First Kings chapter 12, verse 1. Let me pull it up with you real quick. You see, Rehoboam was the servant of King Solomon. Rehoboam, he's an Ephraimite. He was the servant of Solomon, and that's who the kingdom went to. We're going to read about it right now. Go ahead.
First Kings chapter 12, verse 1. And Rehoboam went into
Shechem.
For all Israel came to Shechem to make him king.
Right. They made Rehoboam the king of Israel. Remember, there was a split. So you have the northern kingdom, which is the kingdom of Israel, and the southern kingdom was the kingdom of Judah. They made Rehoboam the king of Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And it came to pass when
Jeroboam,
the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was filled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt.
Salakia. Um, let's yeah, go ahead.
Verse 3. And they sent and called him a Jeroboam. All the congregation of Israel came and spoke unto
Rehoboam.
Rehoboam, saying, verse 4, Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou grievous service of thy father, and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and will serve thee.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And he said unto them, Depart yet for the 3 days, and they come upon to me, and the people departed.
Right. He said, well, it's like let's recap over there. Thy father made our yoke grievous, right? They were the the kingdom of Israel, which are the northern tribes, your so-called Hispanic tribes, your so-called Spanish speaking tribes, right, of today. Um, they said, Thy father made our yoke grievous, which is, they serve the king. Serve the king with taxes and what have you, right? You say with our father made thy father made our yoke grievous. Rehoboam's father was King Solomon. He said, now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter. They wanted it to lighten up the load that they had, the workload, the all the tax load that they had, and we will serve thee. Like, just remember that there was a split, like almost like a civil dispute between brethren, and they split. And the northern tribes wanted their yoke to be lighter. Go ahead. Unto They wanted their yoke to be lighter unto the new king Rehoboam. Let's go back. I think you were on verse 6, right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old man that stood before Solomon, his father, while he yet lived, and said, How do ye advise that I may answer these people?
All right, what do I tell them? Like, they want their 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 burden to be lighter. What do I tell them? Right? He was consulting with we don't oh it said his father's advisors, the advisors that his father had. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And they spoke unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and wilt serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, and then they will be thy servants forever.
Right? Like, if you do good for them, you know what I mean? Like, lighten their load for them, listen to them, serve them. They'll be your servants, like they said. They'll be your servants forever. Let's see what happened.
Verse 8. But he forsook the counsel of the old man which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him, and which stood before him.
Right? He didn't listen to the counsel of the wise men that counseled his father, King Solomon. Right? He didn't listen to them. Who did he listen to? He listened to his homies. He was listening to his homies. And what did his homies say?
Verse 9. And he said unto them, What counsel gave ye, that we may answer these people who have spoken to me, saying, Make thy yoke which thy father did put upon us lighter?
Right? He's like, Well, what do I say? They want their workload, their their service to the kingdom, to the throne lighter. What do I tell him? And he was asking his homies, you know what I mean? The young men, the YNs. He was asking his homies. Well, what do I say to him? Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 10. And the young men that were grown up with him spoke up unto him, saying, This shall thou speak unto this people that spoke unto thee, saying, Thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thou shalt say unto them, My little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins.
That's wild. He's saying he's like, yeah, my little finger gonna be thicker than my, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say it, but like, that's wild talk. Go ahead.
It's like it's there. That means he's gonna let it hang.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah, I
he's
get.
trying to say like boss up on him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's basically what it's saying. Like, just boss up on him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. And now, whereas my father did lay you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father hath
Chastised you.
chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
Right, he chastised them with whips. Like, whenever they got out of line, he'll whip them. I mean, he said he gonna put scorpions on them to sting them. That's crazy. Go ahead.
Verse 12. So
Jeroboam,
Jeroboam and all the people came to
Rehoboam.
Rehoboam the third day, and the king had appointed, saying, Come to me again the third day.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And the king answered the people roughly and forsook the old man's counsel that they had gave him.
Right. He didn't listen to the wise men that counseled his father. No. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And spoke to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy. I will add to your yoke. My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
Right. Like, he listened to the YNs, his homies, right? They told him to say that. He said exactly what his homies said. He listened to his homies. Like, he did not serve the people. He didn't. He was trying to boast up for his homies, right? That's what he did. Let's read what happened.
Verse 15. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the case was for the Lord, that he might perform his saying, which the Lord spoke by Ahijah the
Shilonite.
Shilonite unto Jeroboam, the son of Nebat.
Right, the son of Nebat, Jeroboam, the son of Nebat. Right, like he didn't listen to the wise advice, the wise counsel that he got. Right, he didn't listen to that. In other words, he was being arrogant because he was a young king and he wanted to flex his he wanted to flex his throne a little bit. You know what I mean? So he just listened to his homies. That's what he did, and it caused division ultimately. Let's read on to 16.
Chapter 16.
Verse 16.
Oh, verse 16, Slakia. Verse 16. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, What portraying have we in David's neither?
Right, like what portion have we in David? Like what portion what do we have with David? Go ahead.
Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse.
Right, which is David. Neither have we inheritance with the son of Jesse. Like, we ain't got nothing to do with you. Right? They feel ostracized with the tribe of Judah. They feel ostracized with the tribe of Judah. Like Ahijah, the Sholonite above, right? The Sholonites, they're Ishkarites, right? Which is your Judites are your so-called black, your so-called blacks here in America. And the northern kingdoms are your Spanish speaking tribes. They feel ostracized right here. It's like, what portion do we have with David? Neither have we inheritance with the son of Jesse, which is David. Like, they don't have inheritance with they don't have anything in common. They're like, what good is this coming to? We're not like, they don't feel as the same. Go ahead.
To your tents, O Israel. Now see to twine our own house. David, so Israel departed unto their tents.
Right. Unto their, so Israel left, right? They left like they feel ostracized. Right? They're not, the brotherhood was broken right here. It was broken. Go ahead.
Verse 17. But as for the children of Israel, which dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam resigned over them.
He reigned over them.
Reigned over them.
Rehoboam reigned over them, right? Which is the children of Israel, which is the Judites that still stayed in the land, right? He reigned over them. Remember, the Lord said, I would give you one tribe. Well, the Judah that's his tribe, but there's also another tribe of Benjamin. But go ahead, 18.
Verse 18. The king Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the tribute, and all Israel stoned him with stones, that he died. Therefore, King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot to flee to Jerusalem.
Right, like he sent like a collector for the taxes, the tribute. He sent them to go up into the northern tribe, and they slayed him. Like this was the beginning of the split between blacks and Hispanics right here, because they didn't feel like they had any inheritance with tribe of Judah. Like, what like, we're so ostracized. You're making everything heavy on us. Like, you're putting all the workload on us, expecting all this tribute from us, and lighten it a little bit, man. Like, come on, brother, lighten this load a little bit, and then we'll serve you. They said, nah, you know what? I'm gonna make it even harder on you. He was just flexing for his homies, right? This ignorance is what split us. And ultimately, the main cause of the split was because of idolatry. Because the Lord said this will happen. Now, when we enter into these churches, right? You know, Christian and Catholicism is the same thing. But Christians, you know, the Baptists think they're better than the Catholics because they know the Catholics are worshiping idols. They know it. They're like, oh, they're worshiping idols. They pray to dead saints. They're worshiping idols. We don't do that here. We just worship Christ. We worship, you know, what do they call it? The Holy Trinity. We don't worship the saints. But when you worship the Holy Trinity, you're worshiping an idol. It's the same thing, but you see each other different. But we're still committing the same iniquity, the same idolatry. Let's go. Where you at on verse 19?
Concert.
And go in verse 9. We're going to stop at verse 20.
Come on, concert.
Verse 19.
It's lucky for my phone. It always stops and it does little ads, sir.
No sweat.
I gotta wait.
No sweat. You got to change that app.
Yeah, it does a timer and it just clicks off and then
Yeah, I understand. It's all right. Verse 19. First Kings 12, verse 19.
Con. 1 Kings 12, verse 19. So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day.
Right. See, so Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day. So they rebelled against, the tribe of Judah, house of David, which is the Christ comes from the house of David. Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah. He sits on the throne of David. We don't see ourselves as the same from this day. And ultimately, this cause comes from idolatry. Idolatry is the cause where it caused us to split the brotherhood between blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. That's the cause. And we do it to this day. Read verse 20. We're going to stop it right there.
Con, sir. First King chapter 12, verse 20. And it came to pass when Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation and made him king over all Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only.
Right. See, that's the split right there. That's the split. Like they just completely abandoned their king. They completely abandoned him, and they made Jeroboam, which is an Ephraimite, right? He's from the tribe of Ephraim. They made him king. So they were completely different kingdoms when we were all together. All 12 tribes were together. And the reason for the split is ultimately due to idolatry. And we go into these churches and we think that we're serving God, and we're still committing this iniquity against our Father. We still think that we're different from each other. Black thinks, the blacks think that they're different from the brown, and the brown thinks that we're different from the black. We're the same people. And it's time to really realize why this is happening, because we as a people have committed idolatry. And we're going to further, because we're at a time, but we're going to further get into the history of idolatry, of the history of, these idols that were. Salaki, I'm going to need you to turn that off real quick. We're going to get into the history of these idols that we're serving. Right? We're going to get into the history of idolatry this next week. But with that, I pass the class over to Trooper Padilla. They're over there.
Nah, sir.
They're not there?
Nah.
Salakia. They're right here.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the security announcement. ISUPK. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 110th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world, and they need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to brother or sister. There are another 6 months which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tides, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, and Malachi 3:8 through 10, means a tenth in Hebrew. Ma'ashra.
Ma'ashra. There you go.
10% of every penny of increase the Lord gives you. Give Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like upcoming holy convocations. The Day of Atonement, the 10th day of the 7th month, Tuesday, 30th September 2025. Leviticus 23, 27 through 32.
If anyone wants to be a trooper.
Oh, hold on. I lost my part. Remind Acumen and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pant, headband, and scarf.
This concludes.
And this includes the ICPK announcements.
With that, Amajum, we're going to recite the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Amajum means stand. Wapan Hakwada was turned face to east. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qudash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatrika, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Latanlanawa, Lakam, Kau, Yawan, Yosalak Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawak Nawa, Kosalak Nawa, Kabawak Yanawa, Wala, Tabaya Nawa, Banasaya Wan, Ibal, Havashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Wahala, Wahataparat, Lawalamyam, Aman. And what we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Sar, at this time we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Brakatah, Yajamata, Sar, faithful sisters, Amajum, men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Lataba Shem Yahweh Yajamata. Class dismissed.